Okay, so our article was called Are You Still Bringing Me Down? And it talked about the romantic involvement and depressive symptoms from adolescence to young adulthood.
And this is the research question that they asked, but it doesn't make a lot of sense when you first read it. So basically, what the researchers wanted to know was, is adolescent dating a danger to people's mental health? Will someone's mental health decline after they date in their adolescence, and will those mental health declines follow with them into their young adulthood? And they wanted to know if girls would have slower recovery rates than boys when it comes to depressive symptoms from adolescent dating.
Yes.
So the way that they did it was they did a survey when kids were adolescents, and then they transitioned to a self-report style when the participants were young adults. So the survey just asked to declare your dating status as well as how often you felt feelings of sadness. And then the self-report was a very similar thing, is to declare your dating status and declare your kind of like your depressive symptoms, basically how often you felt feelings of sadness. So they're pretty much the same thing at two different life stages. They wanted to compare and contrast.
So these findings were inconclusive, and the findings did not align with the author's hypothesis. And so the results from the survey and the self-reports, they found that adolescents did not heavily or at all express depressive symptoms from dating, and boys and girls followed the same recovery patterns if had depressive symptoms. And the symptoms that they did possess went away practically entirely in the transition to young adulthood.
Yeah, and one finding that they did find that kind of sort of aligned with their hypothesis was that if kids dated in adolescence, they were usually happier if they were single in young adulthood. And if they were single in adolescence, they were happier if they were dating in young adulthood. So it's kind of like that vice versa.
Mm-hmm. So, why is this important? Well, mental health should be prioritized the same way that physical health is.
And even though the findings were inconclusive, it's great that we have researchers who are willing to investigate what hurts and helps someone's mental health. They might not have gotten the exact goal that they were like looking for, but they're one step closer to kind of finding, okay, like what contributes to adolescent depression and overall how can we prevent it?
Yeah. And another thing about that is that like depression is such a broad topic. And so there's many different aspects to it, and other mental health such as anxiety, bipolar, many different things could also be taken into account for this.
Yep. So the researchers persevered, and now they're looking to research something similar. But what they want to know is, how do early life mental health disadvantages, whether it come from family past or anything really, any contributions, how do those affect future romantic relationships?
So yeah, that's
That's ours. Thank you.